Today is an average day in the streets of Dhaka, now the most desperate of cities. More desperate, I'm told, than even Calcutta and Shanghai in the 30s. In normal times, this lorry collects the bodies of a few dozen destitutes. Now it collects hundreds of bodies, all of them starved to death, including this 11-year-old girl whose name was Hasna, who died in the gutter a few hours before we arrived, with her mother and brother beside her, still with nothing to eat.
Well, I've been out here really for 30 years. I came out in 1942, and I think I can quite honestly say that this is by far the worst emergency that I've ever seen in this part of the world. There have been others, but when I was young, I didn't really pay all that much attention. Yes. But latterly, I have seen bad years in India and Assam and Bengal, but nothing like this. If you go early in the morning, you'll find bodies lying around in the streets of Dhaka. And the other day I saw a mother who had lost her child, and she was using the child's body, in fact, as a means of getting money, begging.
Government relief. Have you relief paisen?
No.
Relief. She did not get any relief, and she said that all these relief are misappropriated by the big shots of the local administration. So I did not get it. That is her complaint.
When did she last see grain or rice?
अच्छा आपने कोई दिन आगे बात की सेन?
बात तो रोज़ा जैसे रोज़ा का फर्क तीस की वजह झूठा हो गया जानता हूँ मस्जिद दिया
रोज़ा कोई मास हो गया था? It's 3 months she did not see a single plate of rice. She's just surviving on the gruel from flour.
Tell me something. How do people living so poorly and eating so badly, not eating at all, how do they survive?
Of army surplus biscuits and consignments of tents on which is written, important campers, don't forget to have fun.
On December the 28th, 1974, Sheikh Mujib declared a state of emergency in Bangladesh. There were shootings, arrests, and signs that Bangladesh is fast approaching political chaos as a direct result of this famine. Of course, it used to be said that starving people disturb nobody, and this certainly applies to the thousands of dead in this horrific cemetery. But Bangladesh is at the center of Asia, with borders on China, India, and Burma. And when those who somehow manage to survive this famine are finally in political turmoil, they will, I'm afraid, disturb everybody. The people of Bangladesh may then at last assume a strategic value and disturb even Dr. Kissinger. They may even disturb the United Nations, which ignores its own charter by its meanness to Bangladesh, and the Soviet Union, which heaps so-called friendship on Bangladesh and little else, and Australia, which mocks Asia with cliches about partnership while its surplus wheat stays in its silos, and the so-called internationalist common market, whose behavior toward the starving of Bangladesh is that of a mean little burger. And
শেখ হাসিনার রাজত্বকে আপনারা যারা দেখেছেন তারা তো দেখেছেন, শেখ মুজিবের রাজত্ব আমরা দেখেছি। ভয়াবহতায় এখনকার চেয়ে তখনকার পরিস্থিতি আরো অনেক খারাপ ছিল। শেখ হাসিনা তো সবার সমর্থন ধন্য ছিলেন না, তিনি তো অনির্বাচিত অবস্থায় ছিলেন। শেখ সাহেব যেহেতু জনপ্রিয় নেতা, পাকিস্তানের জেলা থেকে ফিরেছেন, প্রথম দিকে তার বিরুদ্ধে টু শব্দ উচ্চারণ করা তো অনেক ভয়ের ব্যাপার ছিল। সেই সময় আমরা দেখেছি তিনি রক্ষী বাহিনী গঠন করেছেন, এবং এই যে আমাদের আয়নাগরের কথা বলছেন তার চেয়ে অনেক বেশি 1010 তরুণ কর্মীকে তারা চামড়ার খাল তুলে হত্যা করেছেন। এখন কেউ এটা আর স্মরণও করে না। মানুষের স্মৃতি বড়ই দুর্বল।